Alright, so tonight we are running back Bant Company. I say running it back. It's been like a couple months since I played. I'm pretty sure, but I really enjoyed the deck last time we played it. It was a lot of fun. It felt really solid. It felt like I had a lot of really good interaction. The card Collected Company just provides a lot of power in these powerful like 3-drop creature decks. You just get to play like some of the best 3-drops that there are. Oh, excuse me. So I've left the mana base the same. It seemed like it functioned pretty well. The couple of Mana Confluence was kind of weird last time I played it, but it was fine. And the 3 Thalia is the new addition. I cut a Scavenging Ooze, a Skyclave Apparition, and a Lovestruck Beast to play 3 Thalias in the main. I don't know if that's correct or not, just based off of, like, I just wanted to play Thalia. Thalia just seems pretty good in the metagame right now. She seems like she has a lot of like added value, so I'm kind of excited to try that one. Excuse me? Yes, there is one Scooze in the sideboard, and I will say it for you when I play it, okay? So yeah, I feel like Thalia will add a lot of value to the deck. We cut the Gideon from the sideboard to add a Scavenging Ooze. We never even brought the Gideon in last time we played it, and I feel like it was pretty lackluster. Just like looking like I understand Gideon's a good card, but I didn't really like the feel of it in this deck. So especially not with Thalia. So we're gonna run it like this and see what happens. It is interesting to note that Thalia wasn't in the format last time we played this deck, so we didn't have that as an option. The way we had it set up might be better, honestly. Like I'm not saying that the Thalia setup is better, but I'd like to try it with Thalia. Bant Company was one of those decks that like I tried not to play when it was in standard. I played I played a Tarka Red a lot during that standard just because I'm a red player, but the deck was really good. I played it competitively a couple of times. Like there was a couple of like IQs or PTQs or something that I played it out, I think, and it's a really good deck. I really enjoyed playing it. I felt like it had a lot of valuable lines. So 40 degrees, light rain and snow. Oh, Lord. I left work at 5 o'clock and all of a sudden my emails are blowing up. If I get my chair to stay up, we'll be rolling. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find games tonight. I also really like the one-of Lair of the Hydra here. I had considered replacing one of the Mana Confluence with another Lair of the Hydra. Green is like what feels like the most, well, it's one of the most used colors. I don't know. Green and white are pretty spread out here, and green and white are pretty spread out in the deck. And then there's blue for the occasional stuff here. I like this hand. We're gonna keep this. Hey, what's going on, Bryson? How are you, man? Turn 1 Heart's Desire into turn 2 Thalia feels like a pretty good start. Oh, not Lovestruck Beast. Play that as I go. My opponent plays Elvish Mystic. We're going to attack and see what they do. I was like, I can't imagine they're blocking here. Botanical Sanctum into Elvish Mystic makes me think we're playing against Gruul Stompy. Or not Gruul Stompy, I'm sorry, Simic Stompy. So that's the only thing I can think of that would play Botanical Sanctum into Elvish Mystic. Holy God, are we playing the Bant Company Mirror? What is happening right now? Alright, we'll run out Selfless Spirit and say go. I don't think I've played against Bant Company in like any of the leagues I've played in, so to be playing the mirror here is pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll go to 16. – They can't play anything else. Alright. Oh, we're going to send him with the clowns here. Our opponent takes 5, goes to 12. We're going to hold up Spell Queller here. They only get 1 spell, so holding up Spell Queller seems pretty good. The only thing I worry about is them also holding up Spell Queller, and then we're just kind of in this staring contest. We'd like to see another white source so that we can play our Skyclave Apparition. Being able to get the Luminarch Aspirant off the field would be pretty good. What is our opponent playing? Selfless Spirit? Alright, I really don't want them to have that one. Okay, so they have their own. I think they have their own Spell Queller here, and they're trying to make me think that they don't. Alright, we're just going to play Lovestruck Beast here. We can't really attack. Okay, yep. And they can't cast our Spell Queller. That feels pretty good, I won't lie. My opponent attacks here, we'll just take it. I was like, if they attack, we're not going to block. This is really not working out. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to attack with the Lovestruck Beast and see what they do here. 100%. I feel like Queller is so good in this meta. Alright, so our opponent's going to go to 5 here. Are we just running out another one? We're gonna play that on the white side. So next turn, if we draw our 1 basic land, we have the option of playing Collected Company. The opponent is probably playing with Archon for the first time. No, I mean that's fair. They might be playing with Archon of Emeria for the first time, and it makes sense if they are. Archon of Emeria is one of those cards that can be tricky. Like it can actually you can go back and watch some of my YouTube videos where, like, I have been playing this deck and I've made the same mistakes. Carly just got here. Everybody say hi to Carly, chat. Makes her feel extremely uncomfortable. So I think the best play here is to play Skyclave Apparition, hit their Archon of Emeria, and then attack with the Lovestruck Beast and the Selfless Spirit. I know that we get a token if we hit their... Oh, Ben said hi.
Oh, it's on my side.
Carly said hi, very awkwardly. Okay. So, these are the definite attacks. The question is, are we attacking with Thalia? I think some sort of Bant pile might be the best, maybe, but I don't know what pile exactly. I mean, I think our opponent's definitely onto something here. I think we're just going to attack this way. And we play Llanowar Elves. That's pretty good. And then next turn we have the ability to play our Collected Company. So this feels pretty good here. Feels like we're in a pretty decent spot. Our opponent having their own Collected Company could cause a problem for us, but... there was an option last turn of playing... of sacrificing the Selfless Spirit to protect our Lovestruck Beast, but I think I would rather just have the Selfless Spirit in the air, because right now they don't have another thing. They don't have another blocker, and they just concede here. Yeah, we definitely would have just played the Collected Company there. Portable Hole, Giant Killer, Scavenging Ooze. Thalia does not seem very good here. I hate good stuff piles. I myself used to play decks that do not have any individually bad cards. Why do you hate good stuff piles? I'm kind of curious to hear this one. I'm not gonna lie, Archon doesn't seem great on the play. I think we want it like this. I think we want as much as mana acceleration as possible. Kind of wish we had the 4th Skyclave Apparition here, but, you know. Can't win them all. Yeah, this hand feels really solid. Our opponent keeps 7. We're going to keep 7 also. Having Dork on turn 1 feels pretty good. I think the highlight of this video is going to be going back and listening to me say that that the only thing I can think of that plays Botanical Sanctum into Elvish Mystic is... Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Is Simic Stompy. So, I think... I mean, there's obviously some irony there. It feels so soulless, almost like a sealed deck. Wow, dude, I'm not gonna lie, like a sealed deck. I don't know what you mean by that, but if you're trying to say that you think that like they have the same power level as a sealed deck, then I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to very strongly disagree with you. I think we're just gonna get Aspirant down. No, you gotta pay white for that, buddy. And we'll just say go here. Having the option of playing 3 1-drops next turn, or playing Selfless Spirit and another 1-drop. The part that I dislike about playing these 3-4 color just great decks that just have like a lot of like good value cards in them is the fact that I feel like they always dominate standard. Like that's what bothers me the most about them. Is that I'm always annoyed at the fact that how good they are. Alright, so we're going to play Heart's Desire, and then we're going to play Selfless Spirit. Then we're going to pump up here. And we're just going to say go. Now, unfortunately, we have to take quite a bit this turn, but we have some good plays next turn. No, I mean that it feels like someone just took all the best cards in certain colors and chose them with the highest card qualities. No, I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. I felt like I was probably misunderstanding your statement just based off what you were saying. But yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Them having Lair of the Hydra is good. Well, it's bad for us, good for them. Spellbinder, I imagine they'll take Lovestruck Beast. Takes Portable Hole. Interesting to see them take Portable Hole because Portable Hole feels not great here. Okay, so we're going to put the counter there. And then we're just going to say go. I feel like we're in a somewhat decent blocking position right now. Luminarch Aspirant, given enough time, will allow us to just pump up big enough to take over the board here. So... yeah, I'm willing to just block here. Make that trade flyer for flyer. Maybe I should have played that a little... maybe I should have played that a little more patiently. Well, that's a really good card. Is that better than just playing Portable Hole here? That's gotta be better than just playing Portable Hole here, right? They could have Spell Queller as their last card. I'm actually going to run it out and see if they Spell Queller my Portable Hole here, because if they do, then that leaves us open for Collected Company next turn. They didn't tap for white, so the last card is Spell Queller. Okay. Alright, so we made a very strategic play. Well, as long as something crazy doesn't happen where we die this turn, we're in a pretty decent spot. We have... the only thing that we're really worried about taking damage from here is the... yeah, the only thing that we're like really in a bad spot from here is the Spell Queller. And hopefully Collected Company, as long as they bricked, can help us take care of that. I mean, yeah, we're just taking 2 here. Nothing we can do. I sense Coco into 6 non-creatures incoming. Oh, Lord. Take that back. You don't mean that. Alright, I'm not going to play Collected Company this turn. I'm going to try and wait as long as I can. The longer I can hold out for Collected Company, the better spot we're in. Did our opponent hit another Spell Queller? Oh, they hit Collected Company. Okay. Wow, our opponent's drawing very well this game. As long as they don't hit another Spell Queller here, we're in a decent shape. To be fair, they do have a lot of good options here. Oh, no. That's a tough scene. Yeah, that does feel bad. We're going to bump up the Luminarch Aspirant to a 5/5 because it's able to block the... we might just be dead here. 4 in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I'm sorry. I can't count. They have 7 attackers here. Which means even, yeah, if they, well... So if they animate their Lair of the Hydra, we're dead here, and they swing out. Manland, I think you're dead. Yeah, I'm dead here if they do that. Feels like our opponent sees the line here. Yeah, so we block here, we block here. Yep, and then we die. Man, that was exactly lethal. Well, the fact that they went Queller into Collected Company into Queller was really good. Let's see if I mathed right. Phew. My opponent's pretty funny. I have to give them that. They are pretty funny. Man, Giant Killer would have been awesome that game. I still think Portable Hull's good enough. I still like having all the removal. I don't know if Archon, like, I know that, like, we kind of, like, saw, like, a questionable play there. But I know that we saw, like, it not work out not well for my opponent game 1, but it could work out for us. I think we're just going to run it like this. Well, I have to say, I like this hand. It's a little slow, but I do like this hand. I think having the... I think having just, like, the, like, solid, like, good 3-drops here is, like, good enough for me to keep this. Like, drawing a 2-drop or a 1-drop here would be awesome, but... My opponent's going, what? Quite frankly, I don't completely blame them. Oh, serving up 1, big dog. I like it. Lead on Spellbinder here. Yeah, let's make Dramoka's command cost more here. Their hand is, like, their hand's a lot worse than ours. They just have the lands, and we don't. Did our opponent... Wait, what? They have 5 cards in hand. Wow, they seriously played the 1 card? That... I must have clicked wrong here somewhere or something. I don't know what I did, but... I'm just going to say go here and hold up Collected Company. And if they hit a Spell Queller, they hit a Spell Queller. There's not much I can do about it. I guess I could have... I mean, I could have technically played it during my turn, but... Not going to. Plus, if they Spell Queller this, we just get to play Skyclave Apparition and eat their Spell Queller. Oh, wow, they just have nothing. Gotta make sure I click OK and not No, because I have done that multiple times, sadly. And they could have their own Collected Company here. Or they could cast Dromcom if they wanted to. Well, we will slowly but surely just attack for 3 in the air. There's no reason to really do anything else. Just gonna hold up Spell Queller here. Just keep saying go. Oh, Innistrad is not legal in Pioneer? I was wondering why Llanowar Elves instead of Avacyn's Pilgrim. Oh, yeah, I was like, yeah, the old school Innistrad's not legal, so... That's why we get all the Llanowar Elves. That's why we get all 8 of them. Avacyn's Pilgrim is the one that makes white, right? I think is what it does. Maybe they Spell Queller my Spell Queller? No, okay. Yep, okay, that's what I thought, yeah. Portable Hole. Portable Hole on my Giant Killer. Okay. Huh. You okay in there? So I think this is a good turn to play Skyclave Apparition. We're going to Skyclave Apparition, the Portable Hole. If I was going to make this play, I definitely should have played the Elvish Mystic before combat. That was really bad because I could have attacked with the Lovestruck Beast. That was just, I wasn't thinking, but I'm going to be honest, like, depending upon what our opponent has in their hand, like, we might just be so far ahead that it doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, opponent. I mean, they'll probably take the Skyclave Apparition here. I was like, that's what I would do. That's a lot of cocoa. Cast Collected Company. Put these in any order. We're definitely going to target the Scavenging Ooze here. And then our opponent's going to go to 10. This spreads out the attack the most evenly. And this makes it to where if they don't block the Lovestruck Beast, they're just dead. Oh, no, they go to 1. No, I miscounted. Dang. That's alright. We have a Collected Company, a Skyclave Apparition that we can play. GG's opponent. Alright, they ended up being a pretty good one. Alright, we're 1-0 to start the evening. I'm going to look for another match real quick. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Well, that was a good start. Hopefully, we can keep the good times rolling here. Thalia did not play. Thalia actually had a little bit of value game one. I feel like it cost our opponent probably had a couple of awkward turns because of it. All right. Hi, and good luck, opponent. Yeah, we'll play first. Okay. Like this hand. Get to play Botanical Sanctum, Llanowar Elf. And then we have the white side of the pathway to play Spellbinder. And Lumbering Falls is a good main land to have. opponent plays Glacial Fortress tapped. I actually just like this better. Whoa. All right, well, we'll say go. We'd like to see a Spell Queller. That'd be pretty good. Our opponent's going to play it now, play Growth Spiral now. They're going to play around the... play around us having a Spell Queller, which is pretty good, I feel like. Alright. Just get down as many points down as I can here. That's basically what I'm trying to do here. Against Niv Delight, we really just want to get as much down as fast as we can. They'll probably run down an Omnath here. Green, white. So I'm gonna play Heart or Yep. We're gonna attack this way. And if they want to block the human token, I am honestly A-okay with that because they're taking 8 here and going to 7. And that's just more damage for us, so we will play that. Play another Lovestruck Beast, and then we're going to play Lumbering Falls. Gives us an extra way to get in next turn, so... Now, granted, they could have a sweeper, like, they could have, like Bring to Light and a Shadow's Verdict here. Like, if they do, the game's probably over, but I don't really feel like we have much of a choice other than to just put as much into play as we possibly can. Blue, red, white, black, green, so they can play Niv if they need to, or they can play Bring to Light for 5 colors. Okay. Block, block, take 3, 6, 7, 8, go to 1. Alright, let's send in with the clowns here. Like, I feel like this is probably our best bet considering they have Bring to Light in hand. I don't know what that noise was, but... So our opponent goes to 1, and if they don't gain life here, they actually... If they don't sweep our board, they're just dead. But... So I feel like our opponent's stuck playing Bring to Light here. For Shadow's Verdict, more than likely. So we have access to 5, 6 in total. Which means our opponent just takes 1 here. They don't have Fatal Push. It's lethal. They have to have Fatal Push here. Because no matter how they block, it's 5. Ha, did they really have a Fatal Push? I didn't know they played Fatal Push in the main. Yep. Block the 5/5, eat the 3/1, take 4, go to 1 again. Or do that. That's just better. Well, I think them actually having the Fatal Push there, but like I think that's probably we're gonna lose the game because of that. I'm just surprised they actually had the freaking Fatal Push. Like, I didn't even know this like deck played Fatal Push in the main. Normally, I've only ever seen it after board. So. Have access to 6 mana here. Cash just snuck half of a pizza off the counter when no one was looking. Dude, that's awesome. I mean, probably bad for him, probably upset his stomach, but that's hilarious. Did you hear that, Carly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's game. That was a pretty good one. I mean, that was tough because I mean we were on the edge there for a minute. Like we almost had them multiple turns in a row. Giant Killer, Mystical Dispute, Disdainful Stroke are all really good here. Spell Queller is really solid. I feel like Thalia has some value. I feel like we can cut one of each of the dorks here. We don't want to cut any of this stuff. Lovestruck Beast is just our best beater, so we hate to cut it, but I don't know, you like all of this stuff, honestly. I hate to cut more dorks. You want Spellbinder, you want Apparition, like maybe Archon. Yeah, I don't know. Archon is pretty good. It's pretty good against Bring to Light. Yeah, Archon is really good against Bring to Light, and the fact that it makes all of their lands come into play tapped, except for they play like one of each basic, I think. I think these guys are better than... Man, I don't know. Like, Thalia's... This is tough. Because I know we want Giant Killer. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just try it like this. I think we got to leave the Thalias in. I think Thalia's too good against... Like, it taxes all of their, like, removal spells and sweepers and stuff, so... Plus it taxes Bring to Light more, so... Okay, I like this hand. Play that, say go. Okay, turn 1 Fatal Push. Cut 4 Elves, still drew 1 anyway. Yeah, I know, it was pretty good. Play Thalia, say go. Then next turn we have Elite Spellbinder. Actually, now that they're playing the Caryatid, we're just going to play the... Aspirant here. Attack for 3. All right. Our opponent just paid 3 mana for Expressive Iteration, so that feels pretty good. Well, that feels good. We get to attack for 5. We get to hold up Mystical Dispute and Spell Queller here. I mean, I have no reason to run out anything because we're just winning the game at this point. Like, we've just gotten under them enough to be ahead, so... Our opponent's in the tank here a little bit. Okay, our opponent doesn't want to do anything. I'm okay with that. Pump this up to a 3/3. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm just going to attack for 3 and say go here. Holding up Spell Queller or Mystical Dispute feels pretty good. If they don't do anything this turn, we're just going to flash in Spell Queller to try and get some extra pressure going. Okay. Like if they're gonna play cards that just find them more cards, then I'm okay with that, especially with them already having 4 cards in hand. I'm just going to go ahead and flash it in here. I think we want to try and get a little bit more aggressive. Well, that kind of sucks. Spread out the counters a little bit here to make things more even. Okay. Our opponent goes to 4 and we say go. I would have liked to have seen just any untapped land there because I could have played Spellbinder and then held up Dispute. But now we're forced to just hold up Dispute this turn. Plus our opponent doesn't know that we're not just holding up another Spell Queller here. So I feel like we're in a pretty decent spot right here, but I also felt like we were in a pretty good spot to win the game last game, and we got our opponent to 1 twice and lost, so... One of those times makes me miss the old burn spells. Tried to reach for a lightning bolt, but there was nothing there. Yep, we're definitely going to counter that one. I was like, our opponent's going to concede here. Okay. Alright, so we have the counter spells that we want. I think we're going to bring back in the dorks on the draw. I think we would just rather have Mystical Dispute, Spell Queller, and Disdainful Stroke as opposed to the Thalias. So, bop them. That's right. Mana Confluence dealt so much damage that game. Yeah, it did. I mean, that's one of the downfalls of running it, is that like sometimes you just kind of get caught, like, you know, you just kind of get caught in an awkward spot with it. So I like having Lair the Hydra here too. All right, the fact that our opponent does not, they guaranteed do not have turn 1 Fatal Push feels pretty good. This sets us up for turn 2 Archon of Emeria pretty well, because they'll more than likely want to play their 2-drop. I can't remember. Yeah, Caryatid, there you go. Play Archon, say go. Like having double company here. Okay. Alright, we're going to attack for 2 and then say go. I like holding up Collected Company here. We can only play 1 spell, so playing a Llanowar Elf does not feel good enough here. They're just saying go. I feel like they have a removal spell here, but I just feel like Company's too good and can just generate too much value for us. Yeah, I like having both of those. Yeah, we're just gonna say okay. Put those into play. They probably have removal spells they'll want to play here. The fact that they're not hitting lands is pretty sweet. I feel pretty good about that. No, they're just going to let us go to our turn. Alright, beginning of combat. We're going to put that counter there. We're going to attack like that. I don't see a reason to attack with the Luminarch Aspirant here. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, our opponent still takes 5 there, so I'm okay with that. I'm just going to shock in here. Now it looks like we're holding up, like, Spell Queller or Collected Company here. I mean, we could have Mystical Dispute, Disdainful Stroke. Like, there's a lot of things we could have right here. Okay. They do finally draw a land, but it comes into play tapped, so that feels pretty good. Alright, let's fire off Collected Company. Whew! That feels pretty good. Any order. And, yep, well, let's see that hand. To play removal spell here in response or do anything, you have to use at least one of your Caryatids, so... Oh, it's just going to let it happen. I don't know. That was an interesting take. I'm not sure what we're supposed to take there. I definitely did that the probably like least inefficient way possible. Yeah, we're just gonna get aggressive here. They definitely don't want to kill our Elite Spellbinder, so... They only get one spell this turn, and they're definitely going to cast Mortify on Archon of Emeria because it shuts off both of their Bring Delights. So they're going to take 5, 9, 12, 13. Man, so they actually can't kill the Archon of Emeria here. They have to kill the Lovestruck Beast, in which case they do. They take 6, 9, 10, go to 3. And if they kill the Elite Spellbinder, they go to... 2. It's definitely Mortify. Does this put them to 1? Okay, opponent. Destroying my land was interesting. I'm really wondering why they... Why the land? Maybe they're hoping to peel into a sweeper? They can't bring Delight into something else, so... Man, if our opponent casts Bring Delight here, they lose. Maybe this is Niv? Maybe they drew Niv? I don't... Niv's not going to help them here either. They're at 1 and they put a 6/6 into play. Sure. But... Yeah, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Yeah, okay. The opponent does not know the interaction. Yeah, they definitely don't know that interaction because that gets exiled and we get to take our turn. Alright, well, it's 2 rounds in a row. We've won games off the back of people not really completely understanding Archon of Emeria. So, we'll take it. 2-0, 2-0. Good start, good start. I feel like we're drawing pretty well for the most part tonight. Like, I feel like the cards are coming in a pretty solid order here. Like, not much that I could, like, really ask for differently. It warms my heart seeing the bigger nice stuff piles lose there. Oh, like Niv Delight? Yeah, I feel like that is a really good example of like a just like pile of the best cards ever. Like, I hate Niv Delight. I have always hated that deck. That deck was like when that deck had Uro and Teferi, that deck was cancer. I'm so glad that they banned those cards just from the format in general, honestly. Let's see. Oh, 1 second. I gotta finish typing this real quick. Alright, save that. Sorry. Alright, here we go. Hey, this is the... I don't know if this is the same guy we just played or not, but we played against this guy once. Oh my gosh, it's the same matchup we played earlier. I don't think we can keep this. I don't know. This hand's not bad. Like, we have good cards. We'll try it and see what happens. I wish we had acceleration, but I gotta go. Good luck. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by tonight, man. Maybe our opponent will get some redemption here. Alright, we're gonna attack here. Play Thalia. And then we actually get... I don't know what we'll play next turn. Well, we're going to attack. Our opponent's going to take it. Surprise, surprise. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like our opponent's probably gonna try and multi-spell here next turn. So the idea that they only have access to one white mana this turn feels pretty solid. Okay, so they're definitely just gonna play Collected Company here. And they're gonna do it during our upkeep. That's interesting. If I had Spell Queller there, what was their play? Spellbinder and Apparition. Okay. They didn't play another land last turn, so their hand is all gas. Alright, let's get busy. Play our own Elite Spellbinder. Oh my god, that's insane. Yep, let's do that. And we'll play this tapped and say go. Our opponent's hand is really good. We'd really like to see like a Collected Company here. That would be Collected Company, Spell Queller, Skyclave Apparition. I mean, honestly, we're kind of low on cards, so almost any spell would be okay with me at this point. What's our opponent doing? Oh, they're playing Heart's Desire. Now they're going to play the Lovestruck Beast. Alright, we'll take 5. Well, that's really good. Let's go ahead and... Oh, wow, that's all we hit as a Selfless Spirit? Sad days are sad. We wasted an entire Collected Company, and the only thing we hit was a Selfless Spirit. Well, we're probably going to lose game 1 here. We probably had a decent chance if we hit, like, a couple of, like... We really wanted to see, like, some removal there. This Luminarch Aspirant. Okay. Alright, what you got, opponent? What are we doing? They target their Spellbinder. I hate to waste a Selfless Spirit like that, but... Okay. Yeah, so we play a Lovestruck Beast that we can block with, and then play an Elvish Mystic. Are we attacking here is the question. So we can attack with the Spellbinder to put our opponent to 8. No, I don't think we can. I just don't think that's a play we can make here. Okay. Our opponent obviously didn't have a white source, because if they did, they would just immediately slam. Alright, we have to spend almost all of our resources to get that off the board, but... We have at least taken their big threats off the board by doing so. Okay. They were playing around Thalia there. Well, that's a tough scene. So... Alright, we're going to keep fighting here, even though it's a lost cause, because, I mean, the second they hit another white source, the game's over. Law, considering bluffing Coco. Haha. Don't know what our opponent's talking about, but... These are the 5 cards we brought in last time. And this is how we boarded. So, I mean, I'm going to run it back, like, let's not fix it, like, I'm not going to fix it if it's not broke kind of thing, so... Scavenging Ooze is a really good card in this matchup, like, and it's even one of those cards that, like, I don't mind to draw on, like, turn 6 or 7, because even when we get it down, like, we're just gaining so much life in this matchup. Ironically, Archon of Emeria would have been really good there if we would have gotten it to, if we wouldn't have died. Yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, we have a good start here. Like, it's not the most insane thing I've ever seen, but it is a good start. I'm willing to make this trade here if my opponent wants to. It's like I highly doubt they will. They're on the draw. They want as much mana acceleration as they can have. Okay. Spellbinder, take one of my 2 collected companies is fine. Okay. I mean, attack for 2. Our opponent again is not going to block. And then next turn we have the options of Lovestruck Beast plus whatever we draw. We just happen to draw nothing. I'm going to attack because if they're willing to trade their Scavenging Ooze for either my token or my Luminarch Aspirant, I'm okay with that. Scavenging Ooze represents a lot of damage here, so if they're willing to part with that, I am super okay with that. I'm going to play Lovestruck Beast here and say go. Okay. So our opponent's just holding up Collected Company here. I'm just going to go for it now. It's pretty smart. I mean, we're ahead on creatures. Like, we're kind of ahead on the board. So, like, them, like, playing their Collected Company here is pretty smart. They also actively know that we have our own Collected Company. So, if we Collected Company after theirs and we hit Spell Queller, theirs does nothing. So... Our opponent must really be thinking about what they want to take, which means they have some good options here. It's the only thing I can think about why they're taking so long. Apparition and Archon of Emeria. Okay. Oh my gosh, I am such a dodo. Oh, that was so dumb. Dodo! God, that was stupid. Just paid 2 life I didn't need to because I'm a twit. Alright, I'm going to attack for 3 and see what happens here. My opponent might be willing to trade their Spellbinder for my token. They are. Alright, so I get to hold up Spell Queller and Giant Killer here. That was, like, I even saw the Archon of Emeria. Like, man, that was so dumb. If that 2 life comes back to bite me, then we'll know. We'll know that me not paying attention potentially cost us the game. Alright, so being able to Spell Queller this is pretty sweet. I'm willing to let you attack. Alright, we put our opponent to 7. I'm actually just going to go ahead and play my Selfless Spirit here. And say go, and then I'm going to tap something down on their turn. This feels like a good enough play because if we can tap down their flyer and then have Collected Company on our turn, that's their 1 spell. I mean, they might not have a Spell Queller in their hand. That our opponent may just be flooding. Like, it's very possible that they just have, like, a genuine flood going on. I kind of felt like they were holding up Spell Queller that last turn. It seemed pretty suspicious the way they, like, I don't know. It just kind of felt like, it feels like they have a Spell Queller. But I feel like next turn, unless we draw something pretty good, we're just on the Jam Company and see if we get their plan. Yeah, I'm willing to let you attack here. Yeah, I'll take 3. Tap down the Archon of Emeria. Go to my turn. Draw a garbage land. I'm not normally a huge fan of... Actually, is that a garbage land? No, it's not, because it allows me to play Company and tap. Yep. Alright, let's force our opponent to play their 1 spell here. If they have a Queller, they'll play it now. Oh, they don't. But it doesn't matter because we hit double Elvish Mystic. Garbage. I mean, I say garbage, but it's 2 more creatures that will, like, inevitably help us win the game. Alright, our companies... I mean, I don't know. I feel like our companies weren't very good to us. Yeah, I feel like we still want all the removal we can have here. Sucks we have to be on the draw for this last one, but... Yep, this hand's pretty good. Our opponent takes a mulligan, so that's good. And we're playing a creature-based aggro mirror, so the fact that they have to play with less cards than we do is just an automatic good start. Crushing them tonight? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like I'm crushing them. I feel like it's been pretty close games, but it's always exciting to be 2-0. Like, to be undefeated at any point in time just feels pretty good, in my opinion. Okay. Alright, play a couple more 1-drops here. Our opponent could have Collected Company. Alright. Our opponent's draw was pretty good here. They had ramp into Portable Hole. Our opponent's playing Ronus. Alright, well I'm glad we can get rid of that one. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm just flat out glad that we have Skyclave Apparition for this thing. Because Ronus is a real problem. Drawing Lair of the Hydra was pretty solid here. 2 Collected Companies. That's pretty good. I thought I had saw a Bant Company list where somebody was playing Ronus for a while. I thought I'd saw one of those, which I thought was pretty interesting. God, they're just going to get to make that thing like a million. Oh, they're actually just going to pump up the spirits. It's pretty smart. We really need to find another removal spell here. We want to see what their last card is. I mean, we can at least make it cost more, I guess, so. And we're getting all the cards out of their hand. I mean, we really need to draw like a Collected Company here, like Collected Company or another Skyclave Apparition. Like, there's a few good options we could have here, but we're just kind of in a tough spot. Like, they just kind of have the beatdown threats right now. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm okay with doing that to get rid of that thing. Like, it's not great, but we just can't keep taking a beating every turn. Yep. We have a Lair of the Hydra. Our last card's a Botanical Sanctum. Alright, Collected Company. That's not a bad one. I don't know. This feels like we're in a somewhat decent spot. Like, we're not, like, it's not good, but it's not bad either. Like, it feels like we need our opponent to brick once or twice here is what we need. Like, them hitting a land is not great because they just get to fire up this Lair of the Hydra too. They've definitely had the more aggressive start. Man. And I guess I need to keep this in case I draw another 3-drop. I just need to take 8 and go to 2 here. Let's see. Yeah, we're just dead here. Well, let's see. All right. Well, makes us 2-1. We have beaten the mirror and lost to the mirror. I have not played Collected. I have not played against Collected Company in like months, like almost literally, and I've played the mirror twice tonight. So that's pretty weird. I think Thalia was a good addition. I don't know. Like, Thalia was good against Niv the Light, and, like, Thalia wasn't terrible against, like, any of the... Thalia wasn't, like, terrible, I don't know, against, like... It's not good against, like, the other humans deck, or, like, the other Bant Company deck, but it at least provided enough value, I felt like, to get us through, so... I really think one of those Mana Confluences should be a Lair of the Hydra. And the other Mana Confluence should just be a Plains. Like, honestly. I mean, I guess it's your blue source. Like, it's your... Let's see, you have 12 blue sources without it, right? 4, 8, and now you have 10 blue sources without it. I think it's fine, honestly, like, if you don't have it. Like, it hasn't come up yet, but if we changed it, we'd probably get screwed and not have a third color. Mana Trader series starts back up soon. I'm pretty excited for that. Let's go. Somebody play Pioneer with me. Virginia Tech adds 2 quarterback transfers. Did you hear that? Virginia Tech picked up two quarterbacks in the transfer portal. What? Well, that's probably why then. They think they'll play. Like, the quarterbacks, they think they'll get playing time. So. Are you serious? That's tough. I mean, that's your moment. Like, you kind of either, like, fall to the pressure or you, like, rise to the occasion in moments like that. Alright, let's go. Oh, we talked about Virginia Tech football and we found a match. And good luck, opponent. Wow, the game had to roll the dice 3 times. I don't even know how that happens, but okay. Yeah, we got a mulligan this. We don't have a green source. I mean, we're on the draw? With 3 1-drops? Company or Archon? Company or Archon? Put Archon on the bottom because I think Company is more... Company is normally more powerful. And, oh my gosh, this is not good. This is not good. And we draw another Company. Every time. Just punch me in the face, Moto. Good lord. Alright, we go to 18. Land? Pseudo land, I guess. Well, now they have another removal spell. Like, them having Chain Whirler here is probably backbreaking. Gonna Lightning Strike my dork and attack for 2 more. Well, that's unfortunate. Eidolon. Okay, we'll go to 15. You know, there is 22 lands in the deck, so, like, the fact that we haven't seen a second one 10 cards in is pretty weird. I think that's enough to pack it in. We were going to draw planes. Well, we were going to go back-to-back on the lands. It was just too late. Knight of Autumns, Scavenging Ooze, Portable Hole. Thalia's good, Selfless Spirit's good. Like, I mean, honestly, I kind of like everything in our deck here. Like, when you play against these, like, red strategies, you always just want to be cutting your dorks because they just kill them all. Wow, again, we have a hand with no green in it in our opening hand. Like, what is happening? Did I talk about the mana base and all of a sudden, like, I'm here to get punished or something? Like, what the hell? I mean, we gotta mulligan this. Like, we can't keep this. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, I think the land's better here. Alright, well. 5 cards and a freaking dream here. Because I don't know. Play a Portable Hole, say go. We'll hope we draw into like a Spell Queller or, I don't know, a Skyclave Apparition or something. I mean, I guess at least we drew another Collected Company, like of all the things we could have drawn. This definitely just looks like a Spell Queller here. Yep, we go to 17. Our opponent's just going to say go. I mean, that's fine. They took the turn off, and we weren't really going to do anything anyway, so... We will say go and hold up Collected Company. Our opponent's just going to say go again. I have to give our opponent that. They have a lot of patience. Thalia Skyclave Apparition. We hit a lot of creatures right there. Okay. followed by a Stomp. We're just going to play that tapped and say go. We're just going to hold up Collected Company number 2 here. Yep, again, I'm willing to go to 13. To see... If we hit a Spell Queller here, that's pretty cool. I'm going to put 2 1/1 counters on Knight of Autumn. I like to make it a 4/3 so I can block the Bone Crusher Giant. We're at a pretty decent life total, so I'm not super worried about... And we'll say go here. I mean, their one good, like their one spell here could be Chandra or Torbran, and that would be pretty good, but... I mean, we're not in a terrible spot here. When my opponent attacks, I'm going to block with the Knight of Autumn here. I'm not going to 9. Get down to 9 and you get into a pretty rough spot life total wise. And we can also just try to race them with the Lumbering Falls here. Like, if our opponent just kind of like... Okay. Well, Collected Company was really good off the top. We're going to attack for 2 here. Put our opponent to 16, and then we're going to say go. Oh, we'll cast Collected Company with his Bone Crusher Giant on the stack, because our opponent can only play 1 spell this turn, so... Spell Queller. I like Spell Queller, Elite Spellbinder here. We took the Chandra. Yeah, we're just going to get aggressive here. Or did I not pay blue? Just get in the red zone. I mean, our opponent definitely could have cast Flame Blessed Bolt on our Spellbinder. Don't know why they didn't. That was weird. That was your 1 spell this turn. Alright, cool. Our opponent just kind of misplayed a little bit there, and it helped us out a lot. I still like all the things that we have here. I don't know. Like, I like all of our cards. We just kind of need our opponent to brick a little bit here, honestly. Wow, Reidane is really good. The backside of Reidane is really good. Yeah. I think this is a pretty good setup here. My opponent must have typed ... when I had the Collected Company. Seriously? What is up with these one-landers tonight? This is crazy. Like, I would love to keep this hand. This hand is awesome. I just... Like, we can't keep one-landers like this. Like, oh my gosh. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is 6 hands in 3 games with 1 land. Like, my gosh. I mean, like, enjoy it, opponent. Moto is trying to throw for you as hard as it can right now. Like, I understand the land base not being perfect, but Jesus, you're talking about 6 hands in 3 straight games. Run out Thalia and say go here. They probably have like a 1 mana removal spell here. No, they don't. They're just saving it for Chain Whirler. Yep. That's about as bad as that gets for us off the Thalia. Not that it matters, but I think it's correct playing that way. Well, the fact that they have multiple 3-drops against our mulligan to 5. You can play them when you get too many lands. You can play them when you don't get enough. Never happy. Wow. Okay. Sitting there laughing at me. I mean, what? It makes a 2/2, so it doesn't even really do anything to try and animate the land. We won game 2 because we had 3 collected companies in our hand, or we drew into 3 collected companies, and we have nothing but lands in sight and useless removal. Our opponent's holding up quite a bit of removal here. I mean, to be fair, they don't have to do anything. Like, yeah, and I have to take 6 here because there's, like, we've drawn 7 lands and 10 cards. Yep. Wow, that would have been nice. Like, you know, any time in the last 12 turns. Oh, well. Well, sucks to lose that one, I won't lie, because I feel like that is a pretty good matchup for us. Like the mono red, like red aggro decks, like, are a pretty decent matchup. Alright, well, that's 7 hands with 1 land. I mean, this hand's better. We'll put the Elvish Mystic on the bottom. We have the chance to play turn 2 Spellbinder here, so that's pretty good. I think our opponent, like, yielded through the end of the turn. Alright, I'm going to attack for 3 and then play Collected Company. I'm going to play it at the end of the turn here. And they have 2 cards in hand we don't know about. It's very possible they drew a counter spell. They did draw a counter spell. Alright, they drew negate. Alright, so we can attack for 4 here, put our opponent to 11. Play Thalia. Play Llanowar Elves, say go. mean, Spell Queller's not bad. Swing in with the clowns here. The Shark Typhoon? Make a 2/2. Make a 1/1. Gonna trade with our Spellbinder. That's fine. Take 4, go to 7. We still get to hold up Spell Queller here and have Thalia on the field, so this has been this mulligan to 6 has been not bad. Really hoping they'd play like Supreme Verdict or something there. There's no way to get that down and hold up Spell Queller, so we're just going to have to attack for 4 here. Did you draw another Shark Typhoon? Yeah, I think we just have to let that be fine. Like, it sucks, but... Cast Consider. Considers Narset into the graveyard. All right, we gotta get something down here. We gotta start playing a little aggressive. Let's go to combat. Is this another shark? It's like it definitely feels like one. And our opponent has a Fatal Push. Our opponent does not have the Fatal Push. They have Consider, okay. I mean, that also makes sense. They consider Narset to the graveyard, then draw a card. They still have Plains to Fairy Pathway in their hand. Alright, we know 3 of the 5 cards in their hand. Feels like Teferi, yeah. It's like if our opponent gets busy here, I'm actually like terrified. Like if our opponent attacks. Hex is currently 2. They didn't leave up their Field of Ruin, so we just need something to get across the finish line here. We're going to send in with everything, but we need something that's not our Luminarch Aspirant to get into the red zone. Scries a card to the bottom. Wow, alright, we won. Have to say I did not see that coming. Okay. Ooze, Stroke. Reidane. All feels pretty good. Cards that do not feel great here. I mean, we're bringing in 4 cards. Like, I don't. There's not a ton of things I want to remove with Skyclave Apparition. We'll cut a couple of Collected Companies. And cut a couple of Dorks. Let's try it this way. This league has turned on its head very fast, considering how it started, because the league started in a very good way. I felt very good about our league, the way that it started. We started out 2-0. I think the last time I played this deck, I think I trophied with it. Obviously not this time, but maybe Scavenging Ooze and the extra Lovestruck Beast and Skyclave Apparition are just better than the Thalias. I feel like Thalia has proven itself. Like, I feel like Thalia's been very good. So I think our opponent was looking for a Fatal Push there. Let's go ahead and get Reidane down and say go. I'm gonna say go. I like not playing anything next turn because we can hold up Spell Queller or Collected Company, and I like that because if they play something we need to counter, we can play Spell Queller, and if they play something we don't care about, we just get to play Collected Company. Our opponent's more than likely taking 2 here, I would imagine. And we'll pass. Opponent casts Opt. They scry 1 card at the top. Okay. Selfless Spirit was a very good pickup here. I mean, we gotta jam it here. I just don't want to not play a spell this turn. Okay. They surveilled 1 to the top. I just made a mistake, didn't I? Definitely need to play that on the white side. Well, we'll go ahead and get Selfless Spirit down. This definitely feels like more of a lackluster turn. Well, that's left us pretty open to a Supreme Verdict here if he has one. If our opponent has one. Well, I definitely don't have Supreme Verdict. Okay. Gonna attack for 2 here, even though I'm worried about walking into a shark. Shark Typhoon's probably one of the most annoying cards that's been played, like, that's been printed. Like, playing these decks that are good against counter spells, and the fact that Control has a card that makes my, like, counter magic just not good, I think is very... I don't know, I feel like it's very bad play. I have 6 right now, so I need 7. 3, 6, 7, which is what I need. Cast Lovestruck Beast. Alright, I think our opponent's going to cast Dig Through Time here at the end of the turn. Which is fine. Yep. Dig Through Time's pretty good for our opponent. Allows them to refill their hand here. Okay, our opponent just says go here. So I can't... can't play this and hold up Spell Queller. I think I'm just going to attack for 5 here. Alright, our opponent goes to 10. I'm just going to continue to hold up Spell Queller here. And our opponent just might attack twice and try to kill us here. I mean, our opponent has 2 options here. They can either attack for 8 and try to kill us, or they can, alright, they can not attack. I like getting Thalia down, taxes all their spells. Imagine he's going to block with a shark here. Seems pretty good. Play Thalia. Oh, Lord. I guess that's like a pseudo land. Because next turn, this will allow us to play Ceratops and then activate it, even though our opponent just gets to scry 2 here, which is like not great to just give them a free free opportunity to scry. One card top, one card bottom. I mean, it's possible our opponent may not have had answers to our things if we would have just been firing up our lands and stuff that we would have won. But Teferi's pretty good. I was like, I imagine he untaps Castle Ardenvale and Pathway. Alright, well this can't be counted and it has pro blue. So this is definitely one of our better cards in the matchup. We're going to give you haste. And I'm going to go after my opponent here. Not even going to deal with the fairy. Reach Trampler haste. Okay, I mean, we got into a counter war and we lost here. Holding out for a good card, and that just kind of happens sometimes. We put Portable Hole into their graveyard. Fate Collapses does give us a redraw, so there's that. Fateful Absence isn't just like 2 mana, like it's not just like Terminate. Does have drawback. Our opponent's attacking for 3. Like, I respect it, don't get me wrong. They cast Consider. They consider Fabled Passage into the yard. Are you casting Dig Through Time here? Yeah, Fatal Push my Luminarch Aspirant. Oh, let's attack our opponent for 3. He'll block with a shark more than likely. I imagine our opponent will scry 2 here instead of making a token. Like, there is value to making a token, but... Wow, okay. We have 3 1/1s on the field. I'm kind of surprised there. Kind of figured you'd want to see more cards. That's a big sad. I don't think we have anything to beat that. Alright, well, we'll pick them up here. Okay, I mean, we have our counter magic in. Got a couple of collected companies. Skyclave Apparition did nothing that game. I think we'd rather just have the 3rd company here. Yeah, we're going to keep this hand. Heart's Desire into Thalia into hold up Spell Queller. Like, feels not bad. Especially with our opponent on a mulligan to 6 here. Oh, Lord. I am glad tomorrow's Friday. I feel like it's been a long week at work, honestly. Put you to 19, say go. Next turn, we can actually just play the Lovestruck Beast. We don't even, like, need to... that's a pretty solid one, too. Well, the good news is that they can't have Censor here because of Thalia, so that feels pretty good. I don't want them cycling into something here. So I'm actually gonna take the Shark Typhoon because they have to cast it. They can't discard it now. That card now says 6 mana. It's attack for 6. Alright, we're just going to keep getting in there. I mean, like, I wish we could play Mystical Dispute here, but we can't, sadly, so... If you go to 8 and play Narset, you lose. Alright, well, our opponent just conceded. That was weird. They must not have had anything. I feel like our hand was pretty solid, considering that their only removal spell was 2 mana. So Thalia was taxing enough to get us there, so... That was a pretty fun league. I mean, the weird stretch of games in the middle, like that 3rd round or 4th round or whatever it was, where we had like 6 or 7 hands in a row with only 1 land, was pretty bizarre. So I don't know. That was weird. Short of that stretch of the league, like the deck played really well and it was really good. I question if I think Thalia is good enough. I think Thalia had enough value there to be worth it. We played against the Mirror twice, which was weird because I never see this deck being played in Pioneer. But anyway, yep, this was a Bant Company.